Bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We would like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God and Sports. Sensible. 89 FM Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
BML Auto Limited, your auto parts store of choice. Your satisfaction is our priority. We sell everything auto except the gas. Visit our stores, 114C Haglipah Road, Kingston, 24 Caledonia Road, Bandeville, 16 Main Street, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. Contact us at 876-618-2781. The time by BML Auto is 1 p.m.
Mount Pleasant continues to be the most dangerous team in the Jamaica Premier League.
This could be a chance for Mount Pleasant. Shot to goal, 2-0!
They are comfortably ahead in the standings, and this Thursday at 3, they will set their sights on Chapelton Maroons, who are just 3 points above the drop zone and desperate for points. Will Mount Pleasant prevail, or will this be a footballing example of David slewing Goliath? The action will be at Draxall in St. Anne. Join Omega Radio this Thursday at 3 for Mount Pleasant versus Chapelton Maroons.
You're listening to Jamaica. It's now time for Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Sports Desk. This is you.
Yeah, this is Christopher Zidane Matthias. Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to the listener.
You have anything you want to start?
Yeah, man, we'll start with like a thing here because, oftentimes, but it keeps coming up. It's not going anywhere until LeBron James retire, maybe. The discussion, I know LeBron James surpassed Jordan in terms of 30 points per game recently.
According to EAD, it took him
7 more years.
7 more.
Or something of the sort. Yes, so, but I want to add some context too, because there are oftentimes people say it's a given that Michael is a better scorer. But listen to this, Orville and the listeners. Games with 25 plus field goals attempts. Michael Jordan, 419 such games. To LeBron James, 222.
That's 25 or more.
25 or more field goals attempts. 419 of such games to LeBron, 222. More context. Games with 30 plus field goals attempts. LeBron James, 34 of those games. To Michael Jordan, 131. So Michael Jordan, 132 times rather, he attempted 30 plus field goals in a basketball game. 35 plus field goals attempted in a basketball game. Michael Jordan, 31 such times where he shot the ball 35 times or more to LeBron James, mere 4. So as usual, when they talk about the amount of scoring titles that he won in his average, I keep telling them, the man was a ball hog. He took all the shots. He's a great player. So obviously, his per game will be better. It's not that he's really a bit greater scorer than Michael Jordan. But just the numbers is staggering right now to say the amount of times Michael Jordan shot the ball way above the norm.
Yeah.
You understand?
All right. Here's where my mind is at. And I would, it's something genuinely people I'd love some discussion. Hindsight, they say, makes us all geniuses. So when you're looking back at anything, you usually supposedly have all the answers. Now, this under 17 lost to El Salvador is causing some discussions in my circles and in football circles in Jamaica. Here's where my head is at and where I suspect the JFF's head should be at. You know that they instituted a quota system.
Yes.
Was it a year or so ago?
Yeah, man. I remember we had a discussion
on this program. Yeah. So I think for the under 15 teams, you are entitled to no more than 3 overseas based players.
Yes.
I think you can get more, but
you have to come with
But the coach will have to come to JFF and say, we're begging permission to pick more.
Yeah, and these are the reasons.
And these are the great reasons. At the under 17 level, I think you can't get more than 5 overseas players. They have a name for them, but let's call them overseas players. And for the under 20s, I think you can't get more than 7. Now we have qualified for the under 17 World Cup 3 times before in the past. 1999, I think.
Yeah.
2001. And I think 2011.
We went back in 2011?
Yeah, man, we qualified 2011, I think.
No, in 2001, rather.
Or is it
A two-time, man. A two-time.
Two-time.
99, 2000.
I think, was it the under 20 qualified 2001? Anyway, let's say we got
it's two times.
2 under 17.
Yes.
World Cup. And they were both by predominantly local based players.
Yes.
This team that did not qualify. I remember, who was it that took a team where is a missed penalty where we never got through? It's Andrew Edwards did carry a team.
Yes. With Alex Marshall.
With Alex. Where we came within a goal of qualifying with a local based team.
Yes.
This team under Freddie Butler
had quite a number of.
I understand quite a number of.
Yeah, man. I already told you yesterday.
Of course.
Inter Miami, New York FC, etc.
And we didn't beat El Salvador. For the benefit of, we were ranked 8th. El Salvador were ranked 9th. So we were slightly, I don't know how them calculate.
We were the seeded team.
Yeah. But here's, all of that. So there are 2 arguments that can come out of that. Should we have quota system for age group teams? Because them now have none for the senior team. There's nothing that stops that Jamaica senior reggae boy team from running out 11 overseas band.
Yes.
But for the youth teams, there's quota. 5 for under 15, 7 for under 20. And if you want more, you have to come back to the JFF and give reasons. Here is my question. Is that quota system necessary? Is it right? But here's the other question. The current national coach, Mr. McLaren, does not live in Jamaica. And we half understand it because we say most of the people who he would be selecting
are
overseas and full professionals. So you will know about them.
Yes.
So you can live all upon the moon.
And see them.
Yes. Now with an under 17 team, should we have an under 17 coach? Remember, it's a quota system now. So the best he will get is 30-40% time team from overseas. Which means the vast majority of his team
will be Jamaican.
Will have to be
Jamaican playing in Jamaica pretty much. Yeah.
Should we have had an overseas-based coach the way we had it Freddie Butler? In hindsight, we think that the JFF made an error. In hindsight, because I never did I think about this before. But why would you have an under 17?
Who is the assistant coach?
Vassal. No.
But wouldn't Vassal be in a position to Vassal is not just a mere national coach. He works as well and he teaches.
He might work as a
so maybe not the full time.
You can't have a national under 17 coach when I live in Jamaica.
Yeah. If the assistant was just strictly a coach, it could work. But Vassal is coaching at KC and he's teaching at KC.
Well,
so he's going to be too busy to be all around the island to see all these talents. And so we can understand the point.
So JFF, this is my advice.
So there's an argument out the road that he had some better players here.
Man, I look at circle last night, I sip of one beverage and I tell me, say, even, because the man, when I tell me about could I make the team and who could not make the team, I don't know them.
Yeah.
I look at you don't have man in there, you run your son run us. But then the argument developed into why should our national under 17 head coach not be in Jamaica? You have to have him in Jamaica, brother. He's not
him coming here often is not enough.
No.
You want somebody who is strictly a coach
with there
and a scout intensely.
Unlike the senior team, because the senior man, a very rare you are going to find a man we are going to squeeze out of the crack for making a national senior team. But and as I say, you can use 12 English band man and make the national senior team. When you are insisting, based on your quota system, that age group teams must play local players, and at the under 17 level, you're not going to see them play Premier League, probably in all likelihood, or probably some of them will get a one game here and there, but you have to watch it. So I don't know that this experiment with going for an I don't think it has ever happened before. I don't think we've ever had a national under 17 coach who is not a Jamaican based player. Freddie is a Jamaican, Freddie Butler, we know that. But the experiment, I think it should continue. That's just me, Panawan. Some other things.
Both times that we qualified, it was Wendell down.
Wendell and Jackie qualify a youth team, I
Okay.
think, 1 year. Andrew Edwards come within a goal of qualifying a team. And we have gone for an overseas based coach, and we don't know it had going no better. There are all the times when we've qualified before some local youth are doing. So that's just me. You can't call me and tell me I want to think about that world something. Plus some other things, but we understand we have a call.
Hello.
615-2841. Those are the numbers. Hello.
My time.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
Bull. Good afternoon.
Big up on yourself. Based on what you're saying, maybe the JFF is there thinking, we had youth teams with coaches out here, and maybe we never qualify for a long while with these kind of coaches. So maybe you have to look at that side too. They were probably banking on him being, good enough to see the players a couple of times, and banking on what's his name again from KC, knowing the best youth players in the island.
It's not ideal.
And gather them around and try to get them ready. But I think they have been on a lot of camps though.
Yeah, but me not.
The 15 team and I think the under 15 team.
Yeah.
They're on a lot of camps.
Yeah, but camps.
I always see them on camps.
Yeah, man. But me want my head coach not to have to depend on somebody else to select his squad. Certainly the local part of the squad.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't Freddie Butler select majority of the youth them from Jamaica.
Yes, and again, if you're only selecting a few overseas. So
that's my point.
Yeah, you don't want the man to be out here seeing them. But who said he hasn't seen them though?
Where am I gonna say that? If he doesn't live here.
From him come out here when Manning Cup I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe come out here when League Cup and Manning Cup in the latter stage and him get a chance to look at a few.
Well, but my understanding is that he doesn't live in Jamaica. He live somewhere in the Florida region, and he operates.
A lot of under 17 player is at the back end of the Manning Cup, and that comes the cup.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
the one that will reach deep at the bigger youth.
Normally, yeah, man. 1918.
Well, all right, Miller is from Glenmore. I think you'd have been one on the goalkeeper. I think the goalkeeper is from Glenmore too. So I know those two.
For example, the Fabian Taylor's son, he hardly played for JC in the crucial games. There, he was no longer really a starter.
Yes, and also one that from Moldova region, Nairn Allen. He was barely a starter for Glenmore.
I just think that's something the JF have to look into. One thing about the quota system for the youth team. Should we insist that the national head coach for the youth programs select only so many overseas?
I don't have a problem.
Oh, yeah, not a problem.
Well, if you're coming to come play for Jamaica at 15 and 14, I don't think they should quota him. If you are prepared to come from another country and you can play ball, I want to play for Jamaica. I think that's commendable of you.
How does Jamaican football develop?
Then if you are 14 and you want to play for Jamaica, now we are going to develop, 10 years from now, we are Jamaica.
But there's no guarantee that he won't play for you at the senior level.
When you look at what happened with
if he's good enough to qualify for the World Cup, you'll take it.
No. He may play youth football for you
and qualify for the World Cup.
For the Youth World Cup.
Yeah, you're not take it, man.
And then by him reach senior, he might play for.
It don't matter. He qualify for the World Cup. It doesn't matter how good he is.
You say, especially now that the under 17 team is a year-to-year thing, you need a year-to-year Jamaican coach. Or a coach. Do me silent. Hold on the bull. We're coming back.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
1:15.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get something from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not instant, it's a MoneyGram. So Maria, check your phone, your money land. VNBS money transfer. CFA faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, fit time no line. Straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer.
Mount Pleasant continues to be the most dangerous team in the Jamaica Premier League.
This could be a chance for Mount Pleasant. Shot to goal, 2-0!
They are comfortably ahead in the standings, and this Thursday at 3, they will set their sights on Chapelton Maroons, who are just 3 points above the drop zone and desperate for points. Will Mount Pleasant prevail, or will this be a footballing example of David slewing Goliath? The action will be at Draxall in St. Ann. Join Omega Radio this Thursday at 3 for Mount Pleasant versus Chapelton Maroons.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back. Yeah, Bull,
Yeah,
still
Bull, back with you.
Yeah, man. So yesterday I called and I was saying to you guys that the Bayern Munich Celtic game is going to be a decent, good game to watch. And if Bayern Munich jump off any level, Celtic will be a problem for them. Remember me saying that? See, you realize how deep the game went, and Bayern need a last minute goal to.
Well, it's all like you hardly get things right, Bull.
No, but don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I can list out I'm multitude of things I get right. So I'm just saying, when you hear me proud, and especially these kind of games that you think it's going to be very one-sided. I remember you were saying, "Oh, money dead."
What did you say was going to happen to Arsenal against City the other day?
That was tongue in cheek, man.
No, man. You see, that's what I say. You never have to come back and say, "Oh, I told you that game was going to be tough." Yeah, you say Arsenal dead, man. Arsenal.
No, I didn't say that. I said City dead.
No, man. You say Arsenal was going to lose the game with authority.
That was me and
Arsenal.
you push.
No, man. No, man.
Don't mix up the conversation, man. That isn't me just trolling you.
No. It wasn't a trolling thing.
Anyway,
Yes.
the game later. Madrid, Man City.
Give me a description quick there. May have a little special guest where I don't want to escape. So I give you 2 minutes.
All right, so Man City, Real Madrid later. I had it as going at 2-1 to Real Madrid in favor of Real Madrid. I think it will be a very, very interesting game for persons to just watch some real good football. I think it's going to be one of those exciting Champions League times. If I don't get the call back, I want persons to come out this Sunday at a field called Sawyer in Old Harbour. Bowlers will be playing against De La Vega City. Sunday, I think the game is either going to be 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. So just come out and come watch good football and, of course, support local football and see good talents out there. I'm always going to talk about Tajan Cummins. To me, one of the best players under 20 in the country. So let's come out and take in really good football and really excellent young players displaying them skills in the St. Catherine Major League. This Sunday, Sawyer Field, just outside Old Harbour Town, right beside the Big Baptist Church, right beside the JPS power plant, or a distributor plant there.
He's on now? All right, call him for me now.
Come out and watch.
All right, Bull.
All right.
Let's see.
All right, so Asta make the call for me. He's on. All right, try make the call for me. All right, so we're trying to get a special guest. I turn at the 5-minute man from what day. Some quick like a 5-minute things to get us going. Asta, as soon as you can tell me whether we have him on the line. If not, we'll just go to our next guy. Remember the number 615-2841. That's the number, but give me 60 seconds. Let me see if my 5-minute guest is available for talk with you a little bit. I see people that text the thing and I talk about the thing I talk about today under 15 thing. Or the under 17 thing. It's something I think the JFF have to read. And the implications in Zidane. You see, because we were ranked ahead of El Salvador. We were the seeded team. You see, now that in beat we, next year, we won't be the seeded. We are going to drop out of the top 8. Because there are 8 groups,
Yes.
All right, now my special guest is here. We're talking about the president of the Jamaica Amateur Athletic Association, Mr. Garth Gale, is Woolipa Ishery track and field. What you saying, Garth?
Good afternoon. We have changed our status for quite some time from amateur
to administrative.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
As
So
we
it's the Jamaica,
the sport of track and field. Yes.
Jamaica Administrative
Athletics
Association.
That is correct.
Your background sound like you're at a meet somewhere, Garth.
I'm at Central Championships.
Why you're
Oh, today's Central Championship.
hard-working president.
Today is the second and final day of the Athletics Championships.
Big
Here
up.
at the GC Foster College
All right. So the
for physical
president,
education and sports.
the president is out in the field. Garth, there's a lot of things making the round, Mr. Garth Gale, sir, and I'm going to ask you the first one. The Grand Slam event, we're hearing all sorts of brouhaha that the stadium track may not be ready, and that what's his name, Michael Johnson, is not happy. What can you tell us about the latest developments? Read that. Is the meet still on? We know champs are going to keep, but will that Grand Slam event be held?
I think, first, from a personal standpoint, I would love for the event to be held. It would be the first of its kind in our, jurisdiction here in Jamaica. So we will be very happy. The J3s have already given its full support and sanctioning for the staging of this meet. The challenge would now come up with the track. And do they find the track to be worthy and suitable for such a high-class meet? The fact, however, is that our track is certified up until next year, 2026, by World Athletics, which is the governing body for the sport.
Yeah, but it is certified until then. But clearly, the fact that some damage was done to it would put that what you call it that into consideration, doesn't it?
Well, I have not been able to get to do a full analysis of the chart. Members of my competitions commission have been doing in-depth discussions with IPL.
Yeah.
The music in the background is now messing us up.
Yeah, if you could walk away from it a little bit, Sir Gil, but won't keep you more than 5.
Yeah, I'm walking away.
Yeah.
And so, while we are able to stage our local events successfully thus far, for certain international events, the lighting and other consideration is of higher priority. And so, with that in mind, yes, there would have been the need for more work to be done. And so, in that case, I would agree that they would find some challenges along that line.
But I understand Michael Johnson already has concerns about what the stadium track looks like, and from what the rumor on the road is, he's not very happy. And I'm wondering if that will jeopardize the meet in any way.
Well, he's putting on a stellar. He's looking to put on a stellar event.
Yes.
Which we also are looking forward to. And so where his concerns are, it would be equally would be ours as well, because we want to put the best foot forward. We want to make the best presentation of our sporting arena to the world, because we are looking to stage other events here in Jamaica in short course.
Yes.
And so it will benefit all members, both for Mr. Johnson and his team, and for us as the J3s, and Jamaica and the government. Because at the end of the day, the more we are able to put it on international events, it is the better for us and our spectators and sponsors. Because remember, the more the spectators come out, it will be more sponsors that also will be attracted to our sport. And therefore, we would want to work harmoniously with all stakeholders to have the best facility available for all concerned.
All right, when the agreement was made for us to be a part of the Michael Johnson meet, was there a promise or an agreement that the track will be a new one come meet time?
That level of discussion, when it took place, I was traveling. And so I would have asked one of my assistants, or rather my first chairman, to have been the to be able to represent the association there. And so it is what it is at the moment. The best for me is under J3, first and foremost, is to how best we can remedy and resolve most of these concerns. Because as again I said, Jamaica has hosted international events, and we have done so in an excellent way. And so here, if there is a concern, it is for all of us to come together and work to see our best.
But
the facilities can be brought to that level.
But sir, Garth, the fixing up the fixing of the stadium track is not a J3's responsibility. So your heart and intent.
No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. You're totally correct there.
Right. So your heart is in the right place.
But as the governing body, we have to also provide, a degree of supervision and support.
Yeah, man. The question is, as we speak,
to the IPL and the government at large.
The question is, as we speak now, February, whatever, is the meet still on? Will the track be relayed? Is Michael Johnson going to get the track in the condition he wants? Can you say yay or nay to that?
Again, I can only give you, and the public, from our standpoint, that we would want to do all that is humanly possible, barring any unforeseen act of nature that would prevent the work that has now been agreed by the government and the Grand Slam team to put in a newer facility, meaning track, that will redound to all of our benefits.
So that work that has been signed off on officially. The track will be renovated before Champs and before Michael Johnson's Grand Slam.
That is the intent. Yes, that is the plan. By the parties concerned, we as the governing body is lending our full support.
Will there be a new track or a patching up of this current?
Of the one.
Well, again, the timeline has to be looked at. I gather the new stadium, the new team that's coming to put in that facility, they will have to make their determination, the timeline. Okay. They know the material to which is going to be laid, the timeline it will take, whatever corrections that may be needed to be done to any of this aspect of the surface, because we would have also learned that there is some damage to one or two parts of the stadium track, because it's not just the 8 lanes that alone makes up the facility. There are other areas, the throwing areas, and so forth, that also comes into play. So all of that is being looked at, and for the technocrats to sit now, I gather there is a timeline. Let us see how that can fit in. For because we do have a very important event, the Boys and Girls Championship.
Yes,
that is already scheduled, and this is a mega event and a big money earner, not only for ISA, also the major sponsorship that comes from one of our local companies. All of this has to be taken into consideration. How best can we do it? One of the things I would say as the president of the J3 that I will be working with ISA, with the government, with IPL to see what's the best possible fix. Also, bearing in mind this big event in April by Michael Johnson and his team.
Let me ask you. You said that Michael Johnson will be getting involved. Will Michael Johnson and his team be involved in helping helping with the costs of what you call it, of repairing the track?
I think that is already being started already, and so I wouldn't say much more on that. Just to simply say that I believe they are at a comfort point or so in how to do it. It's the fact of the timeline, as well as to be a clear, window for all of this work to be done for the staging of champions.
Last question, Mr.
As well
President.
as the meet.
Last question. Aren't we cutting it a bit close? If rain fall for a week, all these plans gone through the window. Aren't we running a risk of starting it late?
That is the critical. That's the critical, and you have now touched the main point of why it is we are praying and hoping that all goes well. Weather, because the weather is going to be very critical and very important in meeting this deadline within the timeline available.
All right, Mr. President, big up, sir, and you can go back to being the good president you are at the, what you call it, Central Champs?
Central Athletics Championship, which has the best of the girls high school competition in the island. There's Idel,
Central
Kevin
Champs.
Allen,
I
just to
know
name
this.
a few.
Yeah.
So this is where the creme de la creme of schoolgirl athletics competition is staged. And hence the reason for my being here as well.
Big up, Sir Garth Gill, president of the J3s. We talk again, sir. Thanks for dropping in on the
You
sports.
take care, my brother.
Blessed, sir.
And so to your listening public, all the best. The J3 is here to see to the best that we can do for the development of the sport of track and field that we all love.
All right,
that
sir.
has brought us great glory over the years.
Big up, Mr.
Big
Garth
up.
Gill.
Thank you.
All right, we take the break. You can all be part of the discussion as to why they might run it this late, this thing, and I should have, you know what I mean? So Jamaicans stay there. Never late. But them say better late than never too. Anyway, what are your views when we come back from the break? It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
The centuries from Tom Lethman and Will Young sent New Zealand on their way to a convincing 6-run win over host Pakistan in the opening game of the Champions Trophy. The Black Caps were put in to bat in Karachi and despite losing 3 early wickets, kept their composure to superbly paced innings to post 320 for 5. Opener Young only playing because of an injury. Rasheed Rabandula set a ton on his way to 107 and put on 118 with Letman for the 4th wicket. Test skipper Letman pushed on to complete his own 100 from 95 balls and after sharing in a stand of 125 with Glenn Phillips, 61 of 39 balls eventually finished unbeaten on 118 of 104 balls. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
It's our business to know how much is being spent in what areas from education to healthcare.
From roads to security, because our taxes help pay for it.
So, the national budget is our business.
The national budget is my business.
It is my business.
The national budget is my business and yours.
The national budget is everybody's business because it impacts every Jamaican. Visit the Ministry of Finance's website at mof.gov.jm for more information.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, 615-2841, 615-2841, that's the number. And we go to the lines. Oster? Hello?
Hello?
My time.
Yes. Garvey?
My God. Orville.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you something. Did you attempt to contact the minister to answer any questions pertaining to the stadium?
Yes.
Yeah, man. I sent out my feelers, but up to now.
And what was the result?
Unable. The feelers to hurt people.
So basically, you just bring on a man who can't answer no questions a while ago.
I brought on the president of the Jamaica Amateur Athletics.
Did you learn anything about the track being ready a while ago?
First of all, I will answer you. But first of all, I wouldn't have known before the interview whether I would have learned anything or not.
The man sounded like he was reading from the same script like the minister. We are doing everything in our powers, but you never know. The weather.
Let me teach you a
The
little
weather.
bit.
The weather. That's basically the same thing the minister said in the paper over the weekend.
Hold on. Let me teach you a little bit about broadcasting, of which I have vast experience. I'm not sure what yours is. You could send me a resume.
Yeah, man, you're always in your pompous mode, you know. Why you think you're the only smart guy on the field? Orville, you know, your intellect not as high as mine. No disrespect.
Hold on. I am saying there's an issue with, there's a tracker.
Not even close to as high as mine.
There's a track and
jump up in your pompous chair.
There's a track and field issue where an international body called Michael Johnson in Grand Slam thing wants to keep a thing at the stadium, and there's the
That's an
timeline.
international body.
Or some, you know me. Michael Johnson want to bring in the Grand Slam thing. Start at Jamaica. There's a race against time to see whether the track can live. The J3As had to agree to Michael Johnson coming into the Grand Slam arena.
And the man could even tell you what happened at the meeting. The president,
big man, you're going
could even tell you what happened at the meeting.
Garvey, your 5 minutes are run right now, you know. So it's in your best interest.
Anyway, let me not waste my 5 minutes.
No, man,
let me speak about what I want to speak about. No, but you can't tell me, say, hold on, Orville. You can't tell me, say, you're going to limit me 5 minutes and then you take it and chat it out. So forget
I am going to
you
say...
address that when I come off the radio.
No.
Let me get my 5 minutes.
You won't
get back my time?
You won't.
You're going to give me back my time?
What am I going to say? I'm going to take 15 seconds, you know. It is in your interest. Let me say what I said.
No, it's not in my interest, sir. This is not what I call about.
No matter what you call about, you raise the point about why
people don't hear the derail.
I am going to continue to derail you whether you like it or not. So let me make the point again. Thank you very much, Sam. I'm the host of the program. Let me host the thing. You're
gone 15 seconds already.
If you never interrupt me, that done already. I am saying...
I don't want to hear what you have to say, Orville. It doesn't matter to me. You win. Whatever winnings you're trying to take, we take it. I don't care.
So let me start again.
I need to speak about... I have 5 minutes to speak about what I need to speak about, sir. Can I please do that?
So let me start again. There's an issue involving...
What's Zidane? What is this?
Let me start again. There's an
I'm
issue...
not interested in that issue, Orville. Can I get my 5 minutes to speak?
You will get your 5 minutes.
I am going to say what I'm going to say, whether you
Zidane,
like it or not.
Yes, you will finish lecturing, Zidane.
You will
get I want you to start the start clock and make sure I get my 5 minutes.
No, man, you can't get 5 minutes straight again. You know? At least 2 minutes gone. I'm now allow the host to make 1 point that he can't talk. And Garvey has to learn to follow the rules or the tempo set by the host of the show. I am saying, my boss, because somebody else might say the same thing we have to. So let me clear the air. Michael Johnson has started to keep an international track meet, first of its kind ever. He started in Jamaica. It involves the Jamaica Amateur Administrative Association, or whatever the term is nowadays. Now, we're in a race against time to see if that will happen. To call the president of the J3As to have his view on it is excellent broadcasting, whether Garvey believes it or not. I can't know before what I'm saying, what am I going to say?
My time now.
Good, sir.
You say for my time. Zidane, let me have a conversation with you, Zidane.
Yes.
Yesterday on the radio, Zidane, you made a statement, right? That you don't see anything wrong with what the lady from the government said about Usain Bolt. The question she asked, right?
If I didn't see anything wrong with it?
Yes. Both you and Mr. Higgins never said nothing wrong with the questions the lady asked, right?
If the questions I'm talking about are the same ones you're talking about, and I don't know
it's
what...
only 2 questions she asked. Okay, good. Just want to make sure that one did say. That you said, right?
And then we have to be sure that the lady you're talking is the same lady I'm talking.
Good. My time to talk, Mr. Higgins. You talk on the whole of my time. Do you know the difference between liability and responsibility, Mr. Higgins?
What kind of question?
Of course.
No, let me lay out a timeline of what happened here, Zidane. And this runs across 2 governments, you know. Because when Usain Bolt initially put his money in SSL, it was not this present government. No. Let's talk about since the fraud has been discovered at SSL. Do you remember when the fraud was discovered, the first step the government made was to socialize SSL? Do you remember that, Mr. Higgins?
Was to do what?
The government took over SSL so much so that they were pumping $15 million a week of taxpayers' money to pay the staff of SSL. Do you remember that?
Yes.
The reason why the government did that, Mr. Higgins, is because the government has a body they call the FSC, the Financial and Commission, the Financial Services Commission, which is charged to regulate places like SSL. You agree, right?
Yeah.
What does regulate?
So the government, hold on about to attack. So the government does have some responsibility in this matter. You agree with that, right, Mr. Higgins?
Depends on what you call responsibility. Does the government have an
So
obligation
hold
to
on.
pay back?
If
Hold
the
on, my time for ask a
hold on
question.
about,
Yeah,
I
hold
ask
on,
you to know the
Gavi,
difference
you're not
between
going-
liability
Gavi, you're not
and
going to come.
the government is not liable to pay back, but I'm asking you if you know the difference between liability and responsibility.
Is the government responsible to give back both
The bright
2
man,
billion?
Mr. Higgins.
Is the government responsible to
Yes,
give
you're
back?
down to a different
Yeah,
thing.
but
No,
hold on.
Zidane.
If an individual
No, man,
hold on to that.
Gavi, you're not
hold on,
going to do that,
Gavi,
you know,
man.
man. But
Yeah.
not Zidane, if him not cooperate,
Hold on,
we
Gavi.
move on, you know.
Gavi.
Hold on, let me talk to him because
See,
Gavi
the
go
man
like,
don't want me talking. You see, the
what you
man
mean me
don't
don't want you
talking,
talk?
Zidane. You see that? You see what he's doing?
No. We
I
want
am
to
asking
answer
you
this.
this. I am
Hold on,
asking
we want to ask some
what-
questions as well.
Gavi, you're up on a short fuse. Like we have a proper conversation.
No, Mr. Higgins.
sir.
What you're trying to do is to silence me.
No.
But if you silence me
No, we want
today,
to
I will
counter.
call back for the next
No, but you
6
said,
months and
hold
talk
on,
about
Gavi,
it.
man. You don't want anybody to counter anything you're saying.
I am saying, Gavi.
Well, no, do that.
You
No,
see-
do that. Let me hear you.
No,
No,
man, him can't do that.
Well,
That's it. I am going to talk to this guy whether he likes it or not. And if you don't want me to talk to you, sir, boss, you know what.
No, I have no problem. But Zidane was asking a question.
No,
and you
well,
cut
me
him
will ask
off.
the question before Zidane. Here's my question for you.
Oh, God.
Usain Bolt invested in a private company. It's not a
Yes,
government
yes.
company. Unless
Yes,
me don't know what
we know that. Mm-hmm.
he made a bad investment or he made an investment that worked that didn't work out. The people in this private company robbing me money.
And confessed.
And
One
confessed.
confessed to doing so.
Are you saying that the government is responsible to give back both that money?
You know what? You know what, Mr. Higgins? Sometimes I marvel at how minute your level of reasoning is. You know, I
That's the
never.
question I was gonna ask
Do you
as
know
well,
the
yeah.
difference between liability and responsibility, Mr.
Is the
Higgins?
government liable in a one private entity?
Hold on. Who can call? Hold on. When the fraud was discovered, why was it the government that came about and said, listen, we will make sure that we bring in the FBI and because it is the government's
Yes, but that's
responsibility
different from asking them to
make
pay back the
because
money, boss.
I never said they were liable. Stop putting words in my mouth.
What are they responsible
No.
for?
What are they liable?
question-
What are they responsible for?
What are they responsible for, Zidane?
Yes.
Okay, let me use the words of the finance minister. When the fraud was discovered, the honorable finance minister said they will bring in it is only the government that can bring in the FBI to investigate in that.
Yeah, but what
it
are
is
they?
only the government. The government took over SSL.
Yeah, but what are they responsible?
The government socialized SSL. So at that point, the government is
expect if you win if you're a slight favorite.
No, man, but let me ask.
Widely mean there's a whole lot of people where expect you for winning. That widely mean, you know.
And slightly mean.
Slightly, if you're still slightly expected to win, you're still widely expected to win, you know.
I think when you define it that way, you're complicated because.
Why must it be complicated?
No, man, you're complicated because remember now, when you say widely, right? Now you have to explain the degrees of widely. Initially, no, Orville, when you define it, you know.
The term widely means generally, popularly, broadly, universally. Now, if you have 52 of the votes and the other team have 48, you are the popular winner, you know, my boss. You win the popular votes, you know.
Right.
So in America, when the election done and you get 52% of the vote, then you win the popular vote, man. You weren't overwhelming.
No, man, we don't win a popular vote, you know, because Trump did lose popular vote and still win.
No, man, no, because for them election set up different.
Right, so we don't want to get in it, we don't want to get too technical. So I'm saying, the first time you had defined this, you know, you hadn't choose widely, you know, you had said the team that is expected to win.
Yeah, man, but then people, I said, no, then what if I look at one man assessor? It can't be what the minority think. Put it this way, for you to be the favorite, it's not what the minority thinks.
Right. So the majority of people expect it to win, even if it's a majority of one.
I am exactly. So from it, not the minority, it is the majority.
No, we don't have a disagreement there.
Right.
Put him widely.
And in my world, widely and majority are in this instance synonymous words.
Oh, okay. In this instance.
Yeah. For that,
which is why our argument still think they are complicated because again.
All right, that's how the majority think. Then. You don't like the word widely.
No, because.
All right, so favorites is what the majority think are going.
Simple.
All right. Make it work.
People go give research.
Yeah.
There's nothing can use to defeat that argument.
All right. So Supreme Court, the term favorite is who the majority think will win.
All right.
The team most likely to win by the majority. All right, Baba. I'm working with you.
Yeah, man. All right.
Since widely might.
All right.
You
Big up Steve and thanks for the call.
On now work with widely. So majority is probably the better word for it. One more. Rastar said, anybody call? No. It's 3:57. Probably need to wrap up. But it has been, me not catch my break from the program start. No, we have. But anyway, why get 2-2 still?
Still 2-2.
All right, 3-2. And what City game done so?
I think that's supposed to halftime now. 2-0 Real Madrid.
12 minutes of it. Why City not?
Definitely not.
All right, people, it's been that kind of program. Zidane will be jetting off tomorrow to the North Coast to do the Mount Pleasant versus Draxal.
Yeah, no longer a long trip at all.
How long it take you?
About 40 to 45 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah.
From where? From when you touch the highway?
Yes.
But you are from yes to the highway.
Well, them a pick me up. Run on my way, you know. So my way is very close to the highway. You know?
So from
yes.
45 minutes.
Yeah, man.
Wow. All right, cool. So we're carrying the game tomorrow, starting at 3:00. So already know so the show I got done.
It would be great if I could bring in that financial person for questions.
Me definitely. Because I know you see like how this bold thing and thing come in now. A lot of questions will be asked about how banks and FSC and government role. And me not equipped to answer them financials. So I made us walk with a financial expert or a man who is steep in the financial world. So that when the man them come at me just direct them to that person.
Why Liverpool miss a wide open chance? Why we make it 3-2? Darren Nunes.
All right, so people, that's another the program done.
All right, so big up to all the people who took the time out to listen to us and call us today. Big up to the technical operator. Join us tomorrow for a shortened program. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful afternoon.
that's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m.